welcome to this short talk on road traffic law. Government licensing statistics indicate that there are some 32 million licensed motor cars on our roads. You may not know, but road traffic law is some of the most difficult and complex law that ordinary people come up against in their daily lives. Nobody would think it. Let's look at an easy example. Even if you have a simple accident, it may well amount to a crime. Just imagine you going to do the weekly shopping, and like so many people, when you're backing out of the parking space, you have a minor bump with a car behind you. Nothing more than a scratch on the bumper. So many people look around, think nobody has seen it, and drive away. At the moment, you may well have committed two offences of driving without due care and attention and failing to stop after an accident. If there's nobody there when you have this minor bump, it doesn't matter. The law requires that you must stop, and you must wait for a reasonable time, I would say between 10 and 20 minutes, just in case somebody wants to take your details. There are always other alternatives. Look around, see if anybody is about. And if you are in the supermarket car park, why not go into customer services? Try to make somebody aware of the accident. If nobody turns up after that 10 or 20 minutes, unfortunately, you can't just get in your car and drive away and ignore it. You have an obligation to go to a police station and to report the accident as soon as reasonably practicable, and in any event, within 24 hours. That sounds very legalistic, I know, and it is. We'll go on and consider what that means. And if you think it's okay to go home and put the shopping away, make sure the ice creams don't melt, and go get in touch with the police, perhaps by phone the other day, I'm afraid that won't work either. The law is, as I've said, very strict. You must go in person to a police station to report, and in any event within 24 hours. But that doesn't mean you can delay. It doesn't mean you can stop and have a cup of coffee first. It means go to the police station on your way home. And well, if you didn't stop and you didn't go to the police station to report matters, you may well find yourself getting a letter through the post from the police, because some kind person has put your details onto the other driver's windscreen. The police will send you a form. They will ask you to fill in the details of who the driver is, and you can't ignore it. And if all of that fails, well, if you didn't stop and you didn't report matters, what will happen is that you will get a letter through the post from the police. The police will ask you details of who was driving. Whatever you do, don't ignore it. The police obtain details of the registered keeper from DVLA. The letters are undoubtedly correctly addressed. And nobody will believe that not only did you not get the first one, but you didn't get the reminder either. And if you do ignore these letters from the police, what you may find is that you are summoned to appear in your local magistrate's court. You may well face a number of allegations. The usual three are driving without due care and attention, failing to stop and failing to report after an accident. You may well find yourself being fined and having penalty points put on your driving licence. And even worse, you may lose your driving licence completely. In our world today, your driving licence is very important to you, and it is really very silly to risk it for a scratch on a bumper in a car park. Some people think it's a good idea to get their partner to take the points for them, put somebody else's name on there and fill it in. Well, if you and your partner decide to do that, I'm afraid you've got yourselves into real hot water, because now you have done an act which would tend to pervert the course of public justice. And if you're found out, both you and your partner are very likely to spend the next 9 months in prison. As you probably know, there are hundreds of road traffic offences. Everybody has a view about road traffic law. Everybody is a lawyer. Your friend down the pub does not have the answer. Even for the best of us, there are problems. The best drivers get into difficulty. We all have accidents. If you find yourself in difficulty, here at Heckford Norton, we have the answer. We have the expertise to help you through the minefield. We can advise you as to your position and represent your best interests. Don't delay, pick up the phone.